The Bible gives us the perfect political analysis on what happens as a result of the implementation of war, especially with the totalitarian mechanism that's oftentimes deployed to create the conduit of war. We read about this in Revelation chapter 6. We see the white horse, which of course is the final Antichrist. I don't care what anybody says. I can make a pretty aggressive argument for that, referring to the final Antichrist, right? Okay. I believe that the white horse is the final Antichrist. He is a totalitarian ruler. He is the ultimate totalitarian ruler. Now, mind you, but let me preface this by simply saying this. Everything that I'm talking about in Revelation chapter 6 has happened throughout the tenure of human history. Yeah. The difference between what we read about in Revelation chapter 6 versus what we've seen throughout the tenure of human history are the resulting casualties and the catastrophic effects of the war, famine, and all the other things that go along with the red horse, the black horse, and the pale horse are far less significant than what we're going to see in Revelation 6. And the reason why they're far less significant is the difference between what happens in Revelation 6 versus what is happening right now is right now there are Christians filled with the Spirit of God that are still living on this earth.
That's right.
Right? So the problem is once we're gone, once we're raptured, right, then the catastrophic effects of totalitarian rule are going to be so significant that the world has never seen. Let me give you this thought. I'm guessing that in the last 100 years, as a result of totalitarian rule, we have seen, if you were to call it a mini pale horse, we have seen somewhere in the neighborhood of 250 million deaths.
Yeah.
Maybe 250 million deaths, because this is the process, right? Yeah. Totalitarian rule, war comes directly as a result of that. After war, we get famine, we get economic failure. We always have a preserving class that makes sure that condition continues, and then we have death, right? The pale horse. Yeah. So when the Christians are gone, monkey, 3 billion people die as a result. If you think 250 million are crazy, imagine 3 billion.
Yeah, 1/3 of the planet, right? Well, if that doesn't wake you up and make you realize, it's a great day to thank the Lord that you're His, that you've been chosen for this very time, and that you are saved and redeemed. Because man, I cannot imagine. It's hard, There's so much of us, like as we get into biblical studies, we talk about things like Revelation 13, Mark of the Beast. We talk about Revelation 11, the two witnesses. We talk about, all these different elements that take shape throughout Revelation. But when we really start to kind of, and I think it's in our DNA as being saved Christians, I say saved Christians, you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
It's in our DNA that we kind of don't look past beyond the great tribulation start, because we know, hey, we're not going to be here for that. Thank God. We are, it is going to be so bad that this little World War III is nothing compared to what is coming onto the world. When you start talking about 1/3 of the planet burned up, 1/3 of the people gone, 1/3, you know what I mean? It's like once that starts, it is going to be literally hell on earth, and it is God's wrath, which is the only other time that he's really dropped his wrath on the earth in this amount of splendor was for Noah, right?